What's in the box? Well, if you've read the description, you know what's in the box. Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here with another unboxing video. This is a Christmas present. It will probably be released whenever to keep the schedule going for the videos. I don't release everything in one go, but hey ho. This is a 2-in-1 soldering station with digital display. I did an unboxing for the DuraTool desoldering pump, and that is if you're doing any sort of repair work, anything at all, that is so helpful. I do have a soldering iron. This is the one. This needs replacing. I could probably keep the tip. I don't know. It just gets loose all the time, and I'm terrified that the cable underneath here is just going to break. But this bit moves, and it does regulate, which is nice. But it's time for a replacement. So this 70-watt output, heat adjustment between, yeah, why does it say between 200 and, is that not minus? 200, that'd be probably 200 Fahrenheit, centigrade. Okay, missing the F's off. 100 to 180, that's fine. That's pretty much hot. I usually melt stuff with a soldering iron at about 160. Temperature stability, yep, it seems pretty good to me. Done. Let's have a look inside. It's just a cardboard box, made in China. 2-in-1, so with digital display. Right, so, careful with the knives, kids. I use a scalpel because it's cheap. Get a Stanley blade, get a craft knife blade. They are actually quite expensive. Get a scalpel. And if that moment comes, then you need to do a, yeah, I mean, they're a Swan Moulton company, which is a Sheffield base, which I am. If you need to do some surgery really quickly, you know you've got a scalpel. Yeah, I'm only kidding, kids. Anyway, don't cut yourself. It's not fun. It hurts. Right, so we have inside the user manual. Let's have a look. Basically, this will probably be a plug and play. Different dials for each one. Okay, so call, power. Why is there a 5? So obviously got number 1 display, number 2 display, because one's got a heat gun, one's got a soldering iron. Up and down for that, the plug-in for each side. Looks like the difference. So one side will have either. I can turn on, that's good. I can turn on either soldering iron or the hot air gun. I do have a hot air gun. I have had so many people comment on the desoldering gun that I have. Oh, where are you, you little person? Actually, no, it's a desolder pump. That's a different one, but I do have a desoldering gun as well, which, yeah, it's not good. But hopefully these will be a lot better as a full station. It doesn't say what the actual number 2 is. No, number 5, sorry. 5, right. Air volume. Okay, so I can control the amount of air on the heat gun. Okay, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I would assume that the temperature to heat a circuit board to melt the solder is, yeah, whatever. But you know, always be careful with this sort of stuff. This is serious sort of soldering, kids. So what we have in the box, we have more polystyrene. Well, plastic styrene stuff. This is the heat wand heat blower. This has a socket. I assume there's a, it's very metal, that'd be hot, so you would hold it on here anyway. Socket on the end, yeah, there's a lot of pins, so this must have got a fan inside. Don't block that off, I guess. Oh. Plastics, we have the main base, that looks nice. And this will go over my right hand side where I have all the tools and stuff for this. So we have, but that will fit on there, or does it fit on there? I don't like the way if it fits on there like that. I prefer if it fits on there like that. Ah, there we go, that's better. That keeps the heat part away from. I do like the way it's got independent on-off switch for each side. We have a soldering iron, which looks very similar to what I've got. They're perfectly good soldering irons. But with the end on here, I can't really plug this into the mains. But I have no dial on there. This bit seems a bit more rugged. That bit seems a bit more stable. And I've got a tip. I don't have anything to plug that into, but I do now. Okay. Like I said, these are on Amazon. If you want to go get one, go get one. If you don't, then don't have to be over the top as I am being. So that can go, I don't know, that I preferred if it was next to it. Maybe I could probably screw this into the side of the casing on here. I will do that whenever, at a later date, just try and keep it as a full station. We have a mains UK based 3-pin plug and socket which will go in the back of this. We have a bag of nozzles for the heat gun, small ones, medium ones, big ones, massive ones. Cool. And a bag with yet another tweezers in there. Oh, is there so many tweezers lately? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of nozzle for the tips for the soldering iron. I do have a few extras from the old soldering iron, and these are exactly the same as that. So we have plenty of tips in case anything goes wrong. However, the one I've got on the soldering iron over there is the one I got with the soldering iron. So it's not really fully needed, but there we go. That's actually not bad a station. I think this was £60. Probably work out about €80, $80, something like that. So let's get onto the main box of this. It's strange how this has this already attached to it and this isn't. I suppose just so you could put this elsewhere away from this, because you're always going to use the soldering iron more than you're going to be using the heat gun. Although if you're that serious and use heat guns for circuitry, then yeah, I don't know much about stuff like that. So it's quite good to know, but I do need to practice. I do need to get into this. So let's have a look. And I wish I could stop saying so. The box doesn't have too much extra on there, just the main plug on the back. It looks like there's a fuse on there. Okay. Employer, but yeah, no, yeah. Looks like there is actually a inbuilt fuse on there as well as being in the plug. So that's double safety for the UK. Cool. See inside, nothing else. Plastic body. So when you put your soldering on there, be careful, as you will melt things. Right, soldering iron will fit on this side only, because you've only got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins, whereas this one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pins. So that should not fit on there. Got the notch in there. It will not go on because the pins are lined up slightly different. Not much different. You basically just put that on, twist it round so it just locks in place. No need to go over the top. Make sure the notch is in the right place for there. Twist it round. Just secures this in place. You're done. You're good to go. Right, so I'm trying to get this off. I'm stuck by a cable tie. Get off. Right, so cable is a good 2 meters, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's a 2 meter long cable. Plug socket will go in. Now I need to do a little bit of faffing around with my setup later to get this plugged in. So that goes in there. Is that in properly? I could probably do with a right handle one, to be honest, but other than that, it's fine. So there, that's there. Before I turn anything on, it's not switched on at the mains yet. Oh, that can be there. I would like to put that there, but I will do that some other way, because that's on there. Right, so turning on here. If this goes bang, you've got a great video. Okay, now on front of the soldering iron then, I need to take that off. It's flashing blue. There you go. Centre bit. So it doesn't know which side it wants on. So turn on. That's set to 400 degrees. If the actual temperature there is going up, that you can't really see that well, can you? Okay, let's turn that down. The display looks okay to me, shall we say. But right, without burning myself, we're up to temperature of 400 already. That's better looking. Oh no, that's set to 400. It's going up really quickly. I don't want to set that down actually. Oh, that's quick. That's really quick. Done. Set to 360. Looks like the tapping at the bottom, little dot there, it's using it. It is at 360. Let's get it down to 300. Well, yeah. I should change now. That's the temperature it is. That is really, really responsive. That ain't bad at all. If you do get one of these, you may find something, smoke come off this, or little things come off. I'm not touching this, by the way. I'm not that silly. That is hot. That is fine. That is good. Maybe a certain thing on here which gives it a little bit of plastic. And why is that turned off? Honestly. Let's turn that on. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm not quite sure if we've got a fault here or not. That doesn't want... Oh, there's the socket on the back. Okay, that's fine. It's because I'm leaning on it a little bit. So let's turn that off. Right, so just be careful of the socket on the back on here if you're doing this. Right, let's get that temperature up to that. Oh. So it is sucking in through there. So don't cover that. Maybe hold it that way around. Ooh, that's getting nice and warm. So it'll set it to 300. Or down to whatever. Speed of the fan goes away from... That can't turn off. It shouldn't turn off that. Right, so whatever 1 is fine. All the way up to 8. I'm going to put this as high as it will go. 480. That's not bad for a blower. Hot air. Let's turn you off. Soldering iron back on. What temperature does this go up to? 480 again. So I'll set mine to 360 because I always do 360. But I can alter it because it's a new soldering iron. So why wouldn't it be different? It's good that it's turned off, but this is still blowing. So that will just keep things cooler. So yeah, a little bit of problem there with the socket on the back, which it came out a little bit. But when it's going to be mounted, this will not be an issue at all, honestly. It'll be absolutely perfectly fine. So that's actually not bad. You know, that, for the kit, I think it was £60 for this, for the whole lot of this, to get a decent enough hand air blower. I mean, to be honest, it's cold in the garage, so I'm actually enjoying the little bit of warmth coming off there for free. Well, yeah, what I've already paid for. But yeah, that's really isn't bad at all. Instructions are pretty much simple. On. It's nice you can turn this on independently, and that is really, really good. A big thumbs up from me. And a bit of thumbs down is that piece of sponge is pathetically small. But I do have a bigger one that came with the the desoldering station, which I can unstick from there. Or can I? Will that go in there anyway? It's still too small. I'll find something. It's not a problem, but a thin sponge fit inside there. It's only just to wipe the ends off when you need it. So there you go, done. Actually, is that, I assume that has to be a timer, so that will turn itself off eventually. There's no button to turn it off. Both sides are switched off. It will turn off if I go on the mains, but that's just tripped it out. That could overheat anyway, so I'm guessing leaving it on would be a better idea anyway. But for that, that's absolutely perfect. I really do like that, and I'm going to use this more and get rid of this old soldering iron. And that's, yeah, this old soldering iron, which is just now going to go in the bin. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe before I melt any of this sign there. Please comment below if it's helped you. This is not a soldering video. This is not to. This is just showing you what is available out there. There are better things than this out there. There are worse things than this out there. I mean, I have got a video or two of really bad soldering equipment out there. Just be careful. Do what you are comfortable with. If you're not comfortable at soldering, give it somebody else. There are plenty of people who will help out. If you want, I've helped people out before with soldering. Easy peasy. Because a little bit of experience, off you go. Try as you like. So that in mind, thanks a lot. Please like, subscribe and whatever else, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.